Okay, hi everyone. I'm back with part 2 of our creating our tunnel Halloween tunnel book. So this is where we're at right now. I cut out each die gradually, and I think I pretty much got to where I wanted to be, where I could see that spider in the middle here of the last cut. So I'm pretty happy with it. I love the way it looks. What I did off camera was I did take some black soot ink and I inked all the edges inside and around the outside. I didn't want to bore you with that. So you don't have to do that, but I did that because this was originally white cardstock, so I could kind of see a little bit of the white once in a while. So I inked the edges. So the next thing you want to do is to cut our binding strips. So like I said, you want to cut, this is 8.5, so you want to cut 8.5 long by 1 inch wide, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So cut 7 strips 1 inch wide by the length, which is 8.5. On 6 of the strips, we're going to score them in half. So let me do that really quick here. So we're just going to center them on the scoreboard. Do this really quick. Now you can use, I just cut them off the other pages that were these halves here, so depending on what side you want to use, you could just fold it that way because you will see them, so they're kind of decorative too. But you'll be decorating the pages as you like. So let me get those scored here real quick. Okay. And then we'll have the last one, the 7th one, just leave it to the side for now. Don't score it yet. That'll be our outside seam binding, kind of our seam binding for the whole book. Okay. So now that we have those scored, I'm just going to fold them. And give them just a quick run over with the bone folder here. I think these books could be very addicting to make. They are so fun. You could just really do any shape, any size, as dimensional as you would like. I've seen some that are very dimensional and they have a lot of interest to them. This one's just a pretty basic one, but it's not that hard, and I think that Amy's kit here lends itself to one for sure. Okay, so once we have this, you're going to get your wet glue, whatever you use. Okay, so we have to bind the pages together first. Okay, so this is my front. Okay, so we're going to turn it over, and we are going to, let me just look here at my, yes. Now you could have it facing this way, or you can fold it out facing this way. Whatever you want to do. I think I might just do maybe one of each. We're going to fold it this way, so you have it this. Okay, and we're going to connect the pages like this. So let's just take some glue. And we're going to line it up. With the edge of the back of the first page here. And try to get it as precise as you can to the edge here, to the edge on the bottom, and the edge on this side here. Okay, and then you're going to attach the next page. Okay, so I'm going to take this page, the next one, and I'm going to line it up. And like I said, try to get them as even as possible. Make sure all your pages are straight. They don't lose their shape. I mean, I don't know how perfect we can get it, but we're going to do our best to get it perfect. Okay, so far so good. Okay, then the next one. Let's see, I think I guess it really doesn't matter. I'll just try one of these here. Okay. Line this one up. Okay, and put some glue here. Take our next page and line that up, making sure the pages are as straight as you can get them. Okay, see my next page? I love how that looks. Okay, I think I'm going to do this, fold it this way. It's really not that hard to put these together, as you can see. I think the fun part is when you have all your middles cut out and you see how it, you know, goes in like a tunnel, and it's so cool looking. And then the best part, of course, is decorating. That to me is the best part, making it come to life with whatever you're going to decorate it with. Okay, take our next page here. There's my guy, my Barnabas Collins guy. I wonder if Amy thought of him when she found his image. Or maybe she's not, maybe she's too young to know that, what Dark Shadows is. And I know she doesn't like something too spooky, although really if you looked at Dark Shadows, it wasn't that spooky. At least it isn't now compared to what's out there now, but it sure is fun though. Okay, let's see here. I think I'll do this one. Okay. I plan on doing a few more Halloween type crafting. I know not everybody cares for it, but I really, really enjoy Halloween. I have a witch's brew party every year for my family and friends, and they enjoy coming, and I have a theme every year. So I like to decorate my house. I don't have a big house, I have a small house, but I sure enjoy decorating. A little bit outside, not too much, but mainly inside. Maybe once I get it decorated this year, I might take a short little video of what it looks like. It's not elaborate, so don't get your hopes up. It's not elaborate, but it is fun and I do enjoy it. So if you're interested, I could do that. Okay, we're getting down to the last couple pages. I'm not getting it perfect here, but I think it's still looking good. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, just a couple more pages here. Let's see here, we'll do this one. And you could make as many pages as you would like. I mean, you could, if you have bigger dies, start with the biggest. If you can even go smaller, you can add more pages and make it till the opening is very, very small. It's whatever you want, but I think this is a good size to start with. I think it's, without getting the book too thick, I do kind of like this size. Okay. On the next page. Okay, we're almost there. One more page. And then I'll show you how we're going to bind it with the last 1-inch strip that we cut. Okay. And our last page. So see, it wasn't too bad, was it? Okay. Let that just set up for a minute here. Now you're probably looking over here to my right of what I have here, this cute little haunted house. I have to tell you, that's another thing that Amy has in her shop, her Etsy shop, are haunted houses, die-cut haunted houses, all different kinds. You can buy them in her Etsy shop. You get a whole pack of those. And she also has ghosts. And she has these in her Etsy shop. So I think we're going to probably be using some of these as well. All different kinds of ghosts. Look how cute they are. I love them. Okay, so we have our book, right? Let's put that aside. So here we go. Look, not so bad. See? Isn't that awesome? So far, so good. Right? The only other thing now is to cover these raw edges here. So let's make sure this fits. The last strip, what you're going to do, let's see here. We're going to score this. I did score it a little off, so let me tell you the correct. Take your last strip and let's score it at a 1/4 inch. Let's try that. 1/4 inch on each side. Depends how thick your paper is. The last book I made with the Tim Holtz paper, it was 3/8, but let me try 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here on the other side. And that just gives us our spine. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, get it folded here. Okay, one side good. And open that up and I'll get the other side. Okay, so then let's just fit this around here. This is our spine cover here. See how this fits around here? It should go right nicely around the edge of your book. Let's check that out. Like that. Should fit. Now, I know I scored it a few times here, so it's kind of rounded for me, so I can, and you can do that too. You can put a few score marks just to get a rounded cover. And I think I like that. Let's see. Okay. And then it'll go around there. See, like that? So once you have it the way you like it, let's get some glue in here. Really just glue around the two edges, not so much in the middle, just the I know I got a little bit there in the middle. I didn't mean to do that, so just kind of go up and down both edges like that, okay? Oops. Just the edges like this. Okay. And then take your time, fit it on there. It should fit just right, like that. And if you want, you can put some clips on there if you have some clips. Just move this down a little bit if I can. Not too much now. You know, when you're working on camera, that's how it is. It doesn't go that easy, does it? Doesn't? Okay. Okay. And I know if you use that glitter glue, it sets up really quick. And I think this Barely Arts glue gives me just a little bit of wiggle room. Yet. I'm going to pull this over just a little bit in the back here. Since I was fiddling with it, I'll just put a little more glue here. Okay. All right, there we go. Just hold that for a minute. All right, and then we have our spine covered. Okay, here we go. Oh, losing my bats here for sure. Okay, there's our book, right? Now the fun part begins, decorating. So what I did was I took one of Amy's haunted houses, and I wanted to look like lights were on, eerie lights were on, and I wanted to paint the door kind of red. So what I did was I got this tip from Amy the other day. She took some iridescent paint and kind of brushed it on there just to give it some color. So what I did was I took just a piece of white paper, put some yellow iridescent, some red iridescent, and then I took some, believe it or not, it looks blue, but I did take some purpley iridescent paint with some black and just kind of jazzed up my haunted house. So what I think I'm going to do is glue my house here on the edge like that. And then I took, here's another tip. Tim Holtz used to sell mummy cloth. I don't even know if he has it. It's like a black gauze that you can use to decorate with. I don't have any mummy cloth. and I didn't have any cheesecloth. But what I did have was first aid band-aids, not band-aids, bandages, first aid bandages. You can pick these up in any drugstore, any store, probably even the dollar store has them. So what I did was I took this apart, because it does open up, believe it or not. There we go. See, it opens up. It's bigger than you think. And what I did was I put it on a piece of paper. I took my black soot oxide Tim Holtz ink, put it on there, spritzed it with water, mushed it up, and spread it out and let it dry. And voila, I've got my cloth now. And it's really cheap. So that's a tip for you there. So my goal is, am I in frame? Yeah. My goal is to kind of put this along the bottom here. And I found some cute little Tim Holtz girls, and of course I have to color their outfits. I need some color on their outfits so they look like they're ready for Halloween. So I was going to put some of this, I'll call it my own mummy cloth, across the bottom here. And I'm going to put these two little sisters, and it might be their house that they're living in. They might be ghosts of the house. And this little girl's leaning on something, so I had to find something in my cut apart stash that I could use. So I'm going to glue this skeleton key here so she can lean on it like that. And then of course we have to have the moon, and I just have some Tim Holtz die cuts here, and I'm just going to put a nice moon there. And then I cut out some gray little bats that I'm going to glue on here. And these are just, you know, you can find some in maybe in a DigiKit and cut them out, or if you have any dies that you can cut them. And I'm going to glue them on here. So that's and then we'll probably put some words down on there. So let's start doing that. Let me put the moon on here. And you can decorate it with whatever style, whatever theme, whatever you want to do. So let's get this. Okay. And then a bat. Let me get my tip cleaned off here. Okay. You know what helps with these little pieces are some tweezers if you have them. Really helps out to place your pieces when they're tiny like this. So anybody else doing any Halloween crafting? Anybody starting some Halloween crafting like I am? Yeah, it's either you're into it or you're not. I know a lot of people do the Christmas in July. And as much as I love doing Christmas crafts, and I do, I need to start my Halloween crafting first. That's what I like to do first. Okay, so there we have our moon down, and then I think I'm going to glue the house down. Now I'm only going to glue it here, so I have to see where, and I'm placing it right over the binding too, and that's fine, like that. Okay, so let me move this off for a second. Another good idea is place it where you want it, and we're going to be doing this a lot. Oh, I forgot to cover that back part here. Hold on one second, let me, oh, I've got to cover that up with some paper, I think, really. Let's see, what do I have here? I forgot about that. Oh, let's see. Let me get some black paper here, if I have any. Oh dear. Hold on one second. Let me get a piece of black paper so I can cover that up. I just have some black cardstock here that I will cover this up with here. And let me see where I'm going to place it here. Okay. Right, so we'll just cut a piece of black cardstock roughly. should do it. I hope. I hope that does it. Yeah, it should. Okay, let's quickly put this on. Okay. Plus it'll give it a little more stability too. Okay. Okay, that should work now. Let's see. We'll put that there like that, turn it over. Okay, still see a little bit of that. But nothing that a little black soot ink won't help, right? Okay. So let's place that there, turn it over, and what I like to do is take a pencil, just kind of outline, make a little outline there so then I can see, do not put glue in this area here. And we'll be using that tip often. And this way you don't have to worry about getting glue on anything that shouldn't have glue on it. Okay. Alrighty, let's get our haunted house on. And by doing that, we didn't get glue on anything else. So you don't have to worry about that. You just hold that down for a moment. Okay. Then I think the next thing I want to put down is my mummy cloth for the ground. You can just kind of arrange it. Maybe I'll put the key down first. I'll put this little key down first here. Skeleton key. I do have some videos on my channel of a couple of Halloween projects that I've done last year. A couple of Halloween journals. So if you're interested to see them, check out my channel. Okay, so now I think I'm going to use a little bit of fabric tack to put this mummy cloth on. I don't know, let's see, maybe, actually I'd like it 3D. I think I'm going to use just regular glue, just a little bit of glue. I don't think we need to use fabric tack, it's so light. So I'll just kind of put a little bit of this around here. There. Okay. And let's see what we can do here. Just arrange it. Scrunch it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't even mind a little bit leaning off the edge here. I think it's kind of fun. See? Yeah. Nice. And then we're going to stand the girls up. The sisters. Okay. See, I like that little bit's hanging off there. I mean, if you need a little more glue after this dries, you can always add it. But I think it's pretty neat. A little bit off of there. All right, sisters. Let's get you on. Oh, that's super cute, don't you think? So now I'm going to kind of hold them in place where I want them. Gently flip it over. Take my pencil. Draw a little line again. Now here's the other trick that I wanted to show you. When you have something white back there, for me, I think the easiest thing to do is just take some ink, some whatever color ink you're using, and give it a little coating of it right there. Just using some black soot or whatever, you know, if you're using vintage photo, you can use vintage photo. There we go. It's probably going to have to dry a minute. Let's see. Okay. And now, of course, I don't know where my marks were. Let's look again here. See, then you don't really notice it. I'm going to fix that up. I can see a little bit of the yellow there, but I'll take a marker and just cover that up a little. Yeah, that needs to dry up a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to put some glue here. Yeah, the black soot's going to have to dry on the back of these because they are like a shiny cardboard, so it's probably going to take a little bit of time to dry. Let's get these gals on here. Oh, so cute. Aren't they? I'll let that dry. See? And then you don't really notice the back. Fix that here. What do you think? I think they're so cute standing there. Oh my gosh, so fun. So we have our haunted house, our moon, our bats, and the two sisters that probably live in that haunted house or used to live in the haunted house with their skeleton key. And they're saying, come on in. We'll show you around. Okay, so then what we're going to do is let that dry for a minute. We're going to continue decorating. So gather things that you want to decorate your book with, whether it would be Tim Holtz People, any other ephemera you have, haunted houses, your die cuts. Look through your die cuts and moons. Check out Amy's shop for the haunted houses and the ghosts. So I'm going to gather things back for that, and then we'll continue on, okay?